a new partnership for school safety, St. Patrick's Day festivities, and Next Door for neighborhoods. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Neil Noah, and this is Lexington Now. In light of recent school violence, Fayette County Public Schools and various local agencies, including the urban county government, are teaming up to form the Fayette County Public Schools District Safety Advisory Council.
Twice in the past month, children and school staff have lost their lives to gun violence. As a father and as your servant superintendent, I join you in grief and outrage regarding these unspeakable acts. Our hearts are broken as we unite with compassion for those directly impacted. But I stand before you to tell you that thoughts and prayers are not enough. The time for action is now. Since the shooting, students, staff, and families in our community have expressed widespread anxiety and concern, and I would say that's sweeping the nation. Many have reached out to me to ask what are the existing safeguards and to suggest additional steps. We remain committed to ensuring that our schools are the safest places in our community, and I promise that we continue to be vigilant and proactive because no child should go to school in fear, and every family should welcome their children home at the end of the school day. We also have to be forward-thinking and proactive about our next steps. That's why we're fully commissioning the District School Safety Advisory Council to tackle these complex issues immediately. We have taken precautions and developed plans, but it's time to have some open and honest dialogue about what else we can do. We have to be willing to do what is uncomfortable. This council will be comprised of students, teachers, parents, school leaders, district leaders, Lexington, Fayette, urban county government representatives, and community, business, and faith leaders. The purpose of the Fayette County Public Schools District Safety Advisory Council will be to examine best practices in school safety and develop specific recommendations to ensure all Fayette County public schools are safe places to learn and work.
Mr. Superintendent, we are ready to work with you and support you to do whatever it takes to help keep our schools safe and our children safe. There is outstanding leadership in our schools, and a great deal is already being done to keep students safe. Even so, I'm a believer in continuous improvement, as are you, and there's always ways to improve. Now, we have learned from our own experiences how essential it is for all our law enforcement agencies, including police, schools, FBI, universities, and the sheriff, to share information and work together intentionally and deliberately and routinely. Even so, we are aware that in light of recent events, it's time to re-examine those relationships and to look for ways to improve. Since the incident in Marshall County, local school officials, the FBI, and police have met several times, and a preventive exercise called a tabletop exercise is planned for March 15th. Lexington schools are safe, but we must do everything in our power to even improve school safety. Our kids deserve nothing less than everything we've got. I fully support Superintendent Kalk's plan for this advisory council. And recently, he and I have discussed the idea of metal detectors, which he mentioned. There are lots of different points of view on this, but if the advisory council determines that the detectors can be a tool to keep schools safe, I will ask the city council to help fund the program. Now, everyone knows the school system has its own police force, but I have also offered immediate assistance for added security. Our police officers, Interim Chief Compton has confirmed this. Our police officers are here to help, as are Sheriff Witt's deputies. Thank you both. Thank you. And Superintendent Cox says they will be considering both of these offers for help. We all know that it's also important for parents and students to participate in this effort with this advisory council, telling us what will help them feel safer. If we've learned anything in the past few days, it is that our kids should have a say when it comes to their right to a safe school. Superintendent Cox, thanks to you and to all your school principals, law enforcement officers, teachers, and staff. Thanks to all of you for the important work you do every single day.
An annual favorite is just around the corner. I'm talking about Lexington's St. Patrick's Festival and Parade, which this year happens on St. Patrick's Day itself, March 17th. We spoke with Lisa Hindley-Betts and Megan Maloney about all the family-friendly fun.
We are really excited to invite everyone downtown to Lexington's St. Patrick's Day celebration this year on the day, on St. Patrick's Day, Saturday, March 17th. We're kicking off our festivities at the Robert F. Stevens Courthouse Plaza at about 11 o'clock with the kickoff to our festival.
Yep, we're going to do the blessing of the keg at 11 o'clock, and then the Bluegrass Cayley Academy hit the stage first. And then 1 o'clock the parade starts until that goes till like 2 o'clock, and then back to the festival. And there's lots of local vendors, food, everything for the kids you can imagine. It'll be a lot of fun. And even if the weather's bad, if there's a little bit of rain, which is okay, they'll be under tents. So we've got that covered.
So some of the highlights of the day include not only the kickoff for the festival, which is the blessing of the keg. This is the Alltech St. Patrick's Day Parade, and they are bringing a barrel of their finest for us to bless and to share, and we are going to be having not only them but all kinds of food vendors throughout the day. The festival includes performances from local Irish dance schools, pipe bands, Liam's Fancy, which is a local Irish music band, and wraps up with a band coming in from out of town called the Bold Roberts, which is another Irish music band that we
And I think they've got like a bit of bluegrass in there too. So
exactly.
We get the Irish and the Kentucky mix in there, so that'd be good.
We really hope that everyone comes down and joins us. Again, the parade kicks off at 1 o'clock, and that's always such a great thing. This is our 39th year of doing the parade. It is actually one of the longest running civic events in Lexington. So we're really looking forward to having so many folks join us downtown. Again, rain or shine, we're going on, and hopefully rain or shine, we can get folks
And it's
downtown.
on the actual day, which is going to make it a bigger day, I think.
Downtown's going to be just great that weekend, because not only do we have the parade and festival, you've got the Sweet 16 going on, you've got Comic-Con going on, so it's just going to be, a great time to be downtown and really get to celebrate, the heart of Lexington.
And thank you to all our sponsors who make this possible. Coolmore have sponsored us for many years, and so has McCarthy's Irish Bar, Fulcher the Irish Import Shop, the Renaissance Festival, Alltech, of course. Thank you to everybody, big and small, who helps us put this on.
And Lisa and I are both board members for the Bluegrass Irish Society, and the Irish Society is the organizing partner, and of course we couldn't do this without the City of Lexington and Lexington Parks and Recreation. They really are the ones who are sponsoring the event, getting it on the ground, and getting it going. You can find out about everything that's going on, our schedule of events, on our website, which is lexingtonstpatsparade.org. And then you can also find us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on Twitter at Lex St. Pat's Parade. So we hope you'll find us online. We hope you'll join us downtown.
When we come back, social media for neighborhoods.
This is Tom Leach. A team plays their best when they're prepared. They have a plan so they know what to do to win. Just like a winning team, your family needs to be prepared for emergencies, severe weather, power outages, flooding, and fires. The Kentucky Emergency Management Association, along with your local emergency management agency, want you to be prepared. Be aware of potentially dangerous conditions. Put together an emergency kit for your home, office, and vehicle. Have a family emergency plan and update it regularly. For more information, visit BeReadyLexington.com.
We have an abundance of beauty and natural resources here in the Bluegrass. More miles of running water than any state in the continental U.S. You may not know it, but all our creeks and streams catch water directly from storm sewers on our streets. That means when someone tosses a cigarette butt on Main or Vine, chances are good it'll end up in Town Branch. Leave some pet waste on a sidewalk near Versailles Road, it goes into Wolf Run Creek. So please, don't trash the Bluegrass.
Welcome back to the show. How many social media outlets can you name? Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat are some that come to mind. But did you know there's a social media platform specifically for neighborhoods? It's called Nextdoor, and Jennifer Myatt of Environmental Services tells us all about it.
Lexington has recently joined the Nextdoor social network, and if you're not familiar with Nextdoor, it's a social media site kind of like Facebook and Twitter, except that it's based on your neighborhood. So when you sign up to join, you'll put in your address, and the people in your network will be your neighbors and people who are close by to you, who live near you. And it's all sorts of different things that would apply to your neighborhood. People who are looking for lost pets, people who are looking for recommendations for different businesses or different types of services, all sorts of things. And so the city has joined Nextdoor in order to better communicate with neighbors about things going on in their neighborhoods. The city has what's called an agency Nextdoor account, and that means that we can post to everybody in the city of Lexington, but we can't see any of your posts. The only posts we see are if you reply to our posts. The city's plan for Nextdoor is to use our account to help keep you informed about events and happenings around the city. So we might use it to tell you if there's upcoming volunteer or public events. We might tell you if your waste management collection day is going to change due to holidays or for other reasons. We can give you weather updates. Most importantly, we can tailor messages that go to just small neighborhood groups. So if you have an upcoming sanitary sewer project or other construction project in your neighborhood, we can let you and your neighbors know, and it'll just be specific to your all's neighborhood. This is also helpful if we're going to put in a new traffic sign or anything like that, so that we can update small groups of people and not everybody like we would do on Facebook and Twitter. So what you see will be more specific to what you're interested in. You don't choose who you see or what you see. So you don't have to sign up or follow us to see our posts. You will automatically get our posts and get our updates from the city when you join Nextdoor as a member of Lexington.
We continued our conversation with Jennifer, this time on the topic of the Citizens Environmental Academy. Now in its second year, the Academy's aim is to engage citizens in the issues that affect the environment around them.
You may have heard about the Citizens Police Academy and Fire Academy, where a group of citizens is chosen to go through and learn about the police and fire's activities in the city and what they do. Well, we now have the Citizens Environmental Academy, and it will run one Saturday a month from May through October, and you'll learn about all of the different environmental initiatives within the city. We knew that Lexington had a lot to offer as far as environmental initiatives go. So a lot of people don't know, they might know that we recycle and they know how trash collection happens, but they haven't seen what goes on behind the scenes. And they definitely haven't spent a lot of time thinking about the sewer pipes that run under the ground and that are under our roads and houses every day. And they definitely probably don't spend too much time thinking about urban forestry or how we care for our trees that go along roadways and that are in our parks. So this is just an opportunity for people to learn about Lexington's environmental initiatives and also to have a chance to implement their own environmental project in Lexington. Applications are due on March 30th, and we will choose a number of Lexington citizens to go through the Academy. You'll get to do a tour of the wastewater treatment plant and of the recycling center. You'll learn about our urban forestry program and all of the other environmental initiatives that the city has. At the end of the academy, you'll have 6 months to implement an environmental project that you and your group of other students will choose to do in Lexington. Right now, the first Citizens Environmental Academy is going through their project phase, and there are 5 different projects, and there are a couple of them that have to do with recycling and how to recycle things that aren't accepted through the city system, and also just helping people who have recently moved to Lexington, who are new homeowners, learn more about our recycling program and what we offer. And then we have a Safe Streets project to improve pedestrian safety. And then we have 2 projects that are actually out at McConnell Springs. One is to have a tree crutch for the bur oak out there, and that's basically what it sounds like. It's a device to help hold up the tree since the bur oak is enormous and getting older, and it just needs some extra help to be stabilized. And the other one is a water project that has to do with the blue hole at McConnell Springs and just restoring the banks around it to improve water quality. And we even provide some funding for the projects so that citizens can really get something great out of it. So if you're interested, please apply at our website because we would love to have you at the Citizens Environmental Academy.
It's a fairly busy week at City Hall, and we will be covering several meetings, including Tuesday's Budget, Finance, and Economic Development Committee and the Council Work Session, and the Board of Architectural Review on Wednesday. As always, you can watch these meetings live, as well as our other programming right here on Channel 185 or on our live stream, and find any meeting archived at lexingtonky.gov/LexTV, or find other programming on our YouTube channel at LexTV. That's all for this edition of Lexington Now. Keep up with us all week long on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at our handle @LexRex, or get a bird's eye view of our live traffic cams on the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at LexTV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.